Yo, abusuan for me do baby as saso mo baby akwaba. E ba eye sunkwa TV so. Abusuan for sinema amaniti amani so sunkwa kasebo na do on ma me de me de bebrem yi. Na na de di ka hwe sunkwa TV a me so be subscribe, be like na wa share. Me ma rem so be mi odoma no so se de bitum so benya bi ahwe kama. Eye do the notification button no so ma se mi aso ai dem e de ama me. Now the 4 minutes sem resisian wa dwa konya e twensen san kasebo ai sabeka free e yesu nkwa free hu hanom no ye de bebro wa bobo ana so nya bi etie me am de kasebo yi ba besom ye bosom for dada o hene ba kwa mesafo kantanka me na maji makonya e chinchim mu se train kiteke ai de ekobuzi yi ye beko ni akoje isem no mu kire mu e de ai den abrem na ansa na no ya adwuna ase ye bepusu eye yamane boni a wo su kwa free mu hanom na homa mu na nka nsem a no so akoje free baby no de abre na so for the love and the good work for the country. No say you juma for our baby. Etum don my akoni se no mu kire mu ne fambra. Ya ba de wo bia no ya de bebrebo.
What's the worst you've been called in politics?
I don't know if I can say it's worst because I don't think it really got to me. I've been called a prostitute. I was having this interview and this I will not mention his name. An honorable member said, pese mini being kasa and yes sir prostitute we Hannah Bissiw. They wanted him to withdraw. Then I said, don't let him withdraw. Let him carry on. Oh no, but I said, yeah, let him carry on. So
TV.
No, it was radio.
It was radio.
And so he was on the other side of the phone. I was on the other side. I said, okay. So he finished, he continued. Then I said, no, he shouldn't withdraw. So when he finished and I was given the opportunity, I actually I discussed whatever I wanted to say on the table. And then I had some time. So I asked the host, do you know why I didn't want him to withdraw? I said, yeah, it's true. I'm a prostitute. Yes, it's true. And he knows because I work with his mom. So how can you not tell the gentleman whose mom is my colleague? And he's actually telling you my job. And you're saying he should withdraw. I said, yes, I work with his mom. His sisters are also professional prostitutes because the mother trained them. Your wife is a professional prostitute. And your child, who is being trained by your wife, is a potential one. So it's my job. Then I asked, so I said, the only difference between me and his mom is that I give birth to wise children, but the mother gave birth to a fool like him.
So you have a sharp teeth?
No. When you are talking to me as a woman and you call me a prostitute, what do you want me to say to you? I should cry? No, you have a mom. No woman, no child came out of a tree. You have a mother, you have a wife, you have a sister, you have a daughter. So I should cry? It will not get to me. But my mother's side, the one who gave birth to my great grandma, was a Dagaba.
Oh, okay.
From Dafiama. She was bought as a slave together with some men because her husband was a rich Ashanti man. And he went there to buy slaves and needed a lady who would be cooking. Then was the one who gave birth to my great-grandmom. I'm told she was very pretty. And so...
That's where you get your beauty from, I'm guessing.
Oh, really? Thank you. And so, and that's the other thing. When people say you're beautiful, I say thank you because I thank God I don't see myself that way. So
you don't see yourself as
I don't think I look like a monster, but what people say also, for me, I see myself as a normal human being.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thank God for that. And so she gave birth. When she came, the slave master honorably married her.
Okay.
And his other wives were maltreating her. So she used to say Maya, then she used to say Made because the tree, and they named her Made. So today some of my aunties are called Made.
Okay.
So my mother's side, I know up to my great-grandmom and all that. But her father's side, they're royals. Okay. My father's side were royals. And so there was a mess-up. And I only got to know that my beautiful root when I attempted the parliamentary seat in 2011, 2012, and they were calling me a slave. So, you know, your father, the country, so, you know, you are royal. I check my Kwanti. When you go to Duan Kwanta, the paramount chief, the Queen Mothers, part of my daddy's side, and Kwanti, that's Kwame Damti, my mother's side. So why would they come here slave? Then they told me why. I asked my family. And so at the launch of my campaign, which Akosua Japan came, and I was so excited. I called it a GABA group, and I declared to the entire world my roots. It is behind me. I mean, I experienced it, and I don't hold anything against anybody. The only thing that I encourage my colleagues in my political party to do is that anytime we have an internal elections, let's dwell on what we can do, what we're doing, what we want to do, and not preach any hate, you know. And when you are in a country where you're going through so much, there's a lot happening. And I'm not an economist. I told somebody that I only bat, you know, the women when we can't do anything. I mean, if we see us inside down, you have this charcoal, then you'll be marking on the wall. That is the type of economist that I am. My economical knowledge, you know, starts from my pockets and ends in my kitchen as a woman. And so when the dollar started dropping like magic, I remember telling one journalist that any airplane that when it's taken off, it starts slowly and it gains height. Then when it's also coming down, there's a descent and they'll keep coming to. So any airplane that just comes, you know, with gravity is accident. And so the magic that happened is what we want to know. We don't want to know the levels, we want to know the magic. And I told them that in no time it will go back up because it seems too artificial. So for me, these are things of interest. Okay, so if we have airtime and it's just to run somebody down, then it tells you the kind of elections that it was. And of course, since 1992, I'm the first national men's organizer to have been retained. And I think that some people felt I shouldn't be retained. But through it all, by the grace of God, I did a retail campaigning and I concentrated on myself. There are two things about me that people don't know.
Tell us.
I'm a stubbornly focused person. And I add stubborn because you can't distract me. I say you can't because it will not happen. It doesn't matter what you do. If this is where I'm going and I know I'm not planning evil against anybody, that's what I don't do also. To sit there and say, okay, oh, you're doing well. Let me see how I can bring you down. I don't. That is when you have the fear of God. Because I believe that God has a reason why he created you. He has a purpose for you in your life. And so, whilst you progress, I should be happy for you. And the second thing people don't know about me is that I'm never in competition with anybody. I'm never in competition with anybody. My today is in competition with my yesterday. To do better than my yesterday 25th. Today is 26th. Okay? And 27th, that is my tomorrow, is lacing 8 boots to do better than my today and my yesterday. It means that constantly my present is in competition with my past. So I'm always thinking about how best, you know, I can be the day where I find myself by the grace of God than yesterday and the day before yesterday and what have you. And so that is it.